This is a Film Stories original podcast.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
We made this.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Xcast. As ever, the truth is in here. I'm your host on this one, Carl Sweeney, and welcome back to I Want to Believe Minute, which is the series we're currently doing where we go through the second X-Files movie 1 minute at a time. And today we've reached minute 44, which begins at the 43-minute mark, of course, and it's we pick up with Scully Googling stem cell therapy, and this one runs through to 43:59. As Mulder talks with Dakota Whitney. And Kurt North and Sarah Blair are back with me. Welcome to you both. How are you doing?
You're still stuck with us. Sorry.
Still stuck with us, yeah.
It's the last one, though. Last one.
Yeah,
until...
for you.
Yeah.
It's me next.
I was going to say.
It's me
I
next.
was going to mention this at the very end, but Kurt is hosting the next block of episodes. So
it's almost like a little tag thing, isn't it? It's like, there you go. You know, carry the baton. I'm going to carry the baton for the rest of the show.
It is kind of like a marathon race in a way, because even though this isn't a particularly long movie, we're still talking, like 100-ish podcasts to do an undertaking like this. It's a pretty considerable endeavor, I would say, to be fair. Yeah. Before we start, though, on this particular minute, quick reminder to follow us on social media. And if you're enjoying the show, please do drop us a quick 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or something similar. I mean, Sarah, how are you feeling about social media these days? Because your Twitter account, your X account, was taken away from you.
You keep bringing it up, Carl. You keep rubbing it in, twist the knife.
No, I was actually pretty shocked about it all because
it was, yeah.
I've had that in the past where my Instagram was hacked, but I was able to fairly quickly restore it. Whereas it seemed like with X, you weren't really getting anywhere, were you?
Well, no, because nobody works there anymore. It's 5 engineers in a room and they're just frantically trying to keep it all together. And they don't have time for customer service. They don't care. I literally, I submitted all the things I needed to submit, and they sent me back a picture of a poodle in a chair and said, here, this is what you get. Sorry for your trouble. Here's a poodle in a chair. Literally. That's it. My account was just taken over, and all those 11 years of tweets just gone.
And it got changed to a crypto type thing.
Yeah.
Or Bitcoin or something.
So now all of those things that I tweeted now look like a crypto account tweeted it. But at least, luckily, they were able to give, they stopped, when they changed the name, I could get my name back. So it's still, I still have an account with my name on it. So if you go to Sarah L. Blair, it's me.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. But
yeah. But just obviously all the followers and everything are gone, and you have to build that up again. No, I thought it was pretty appalling the way that they didn't really help you, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't surprised, but annoyed and frustrated, and So I don't really go on there anymore.
No, Elon, if you're listening, we're very disappointed. And also, don't forget as well that you can subscribe to the Xcast Patreon, patreon.com/the Xcast for perks like the early release of episodes and more. Okay, so in this particular minute, Scully is still ignoring her phone as Mulder's leaving a message. I tell you what I was thinking, actually, Kurt, when I was watching this last, is that obviously we see David Duchovny, don't we? And that all sounds like pretty natural delivery. And then there are times when we're not seeing him, but we're hearing him, where it sounds a little bit more stilted to me, as if it's been I don't know. Did you pick up on that at all, or not?
No, I didn't. But now I will. That's one of those
What
things.
What is it?
Where...
Diegetic sound? Is that it? What was it?
Non-diegetic or diegetic?
Diegetic, yeah.
Yeah, diegetic when it has a source within the world of the story.
Yeah.
So like if a character's listening to a car radio. Yeah.
Kurt, we talked about that.
We did. It's my new favorite words. I like to use it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Kurt, is Mulder saying anything interesting here? What's he talking about?
I don't know. What is he talking about?
Well, he says something about 11 limbs being pulled from the ice.
Yeah.
That somebody's been dumping body parts in the ice potentially for months and months.
Yeah, it's just kind of that Frankenstein element to the episode, isn't it? And again, it goes back to what we were saying a few minutes ago, where all the parts are there. I mean, it's a Frankenstein story, and it's all about love and obviously not giving up is the theme of the actual film. So, you know, Callan Couffonet's character isn't giving up. He's trying to save the person that he loves. But it just, not to say that the 11 body parts, it just seems too fractured. And I wasn't really listening to it. You know, and that's what I think is the strongest issue that we've got, is that that's quite exposition-y. And I know we've seen the arm in the snow before, and, you know, it's in some ways it's quite good because it's understated. But at the same time, it's not really pointing it out. And I know, Sarah, you mentioned this a couple of minutes ago as well, but, you know, you've got to go out looking for those mysteries, but it doesn't feel, and I keep saying this off air to yourselves, the film feels like a mood to me. It feels like a really interesting, ethereal, dark mood that I quite like, very Millennium kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the actual content, it doesn't do enough to grab the attention to go, this is what's happening, and then to give you a shake. Whereas like the Scully stuff is actually more, I think, because it's more of an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
That you've got obviously having a young boy with the disease that he's got. So it's just interesting that it's just not really grabbing me on that side of things. And is that? I mean, here's a question for you: is that a detriment to the love story between Callan Couffonet and the other guy's relationship? Because we just don't really see that at all. So you know what I mean? There's just doesn't seem to grab me in that way.
Yeah, I think it's fairly sort of buried, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think it registers that strongly personally. Those characters. No.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sarah?
No, I don't think it registers strongly enough. I mean, if you said, if you like rephrased it and put the focus on that aspect of it, you know, who's the real villain? He's just trying to save the person he loves, you know? Like, again, the villain is the one who thinks they're doing the right thing. So, but, you know, he's just murdering people, which is frowned upon. So, yeah, I think I do like that aspect of the story, but like you said, it should have been a little more clear that that's what was going on. And I kind of feel like between Scully's plot and the mystery plot, things get a little bit jumbled, and there's no clear, it's not a clear A-B plot. They both seem to be equally important. And there's no, you know, like one of them needs to take a back seat. But because it's Scully, we're invested in her story. So, like you said, Kurt, that's the emotional aspect of it. And we want to follow her story more.
Yeah, because we are following Scully's story more, then more weight should have been put on their story. Mm-hmm. And I know they're trying to be a bit mysterious about what they're actually doing, but it's too aloof. The actual information's too aloof to actually grasp it.
Yeah.
Although there is some kind of a connection, isn't there? So I think it's kind of flagged up in this particular minute where we hear what Mulder's saying on the phone to Scully as we're watching Scully research, and on Scully's screen, you know, we see a few words, don't we? We see the word Russia, we see the word like highly experimental, groundbreaking, and she prints a bunch of documents off. But I suppose this is somewhat significant, isn't it, in terms of where the story's going, that there will be a link here later on. That's what they're teeing up, aren't they?
Yeah. That's the actual science that's being used by the Frankenstein. side of things, isn't it? You know, the Dr. Frankenstein that we, again, don't really see because it's not really the point there. We're seeing it from a different perspective rather than the Frankenstein, aren't we? Can we talk about mobile phones?
Yeah. I mean, are you referring to the fact that Scully, it looks like almost like a BlackBerry type thing she has, doesn't it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, the BlackBerry. Good times.
Okay, what do you want to say, Kurt?
Yeah.
Just the choice. So Scully's got a very kind of BlackBerry-esque phone, and Mulder's got a flip phone. Because he's got like a little, almost like interesting flip phone. I just found it interesting that, you know, we've moved on from the Nokias in Fight the Future to now we've got like a BlackBerry style and a flip phone, and it's no surprise that Mulder's got the flip phone. I think.
Yeah, Scully's the important doctor. She needs that BlackBerry.
She needs, yeah, because Mulder has just been. I mean, why would Mulder have a phone, personally?
Right.
If you think about it, because who's he be? Outside of what he's been doing, apart from grabbing newspaper articles and stuff, he's not really been up to much, has he? He's just sitting in his unimportant house, just chilling out, watching
doing unimportant things in his unimportant house.
You think maybe he's calling like sex phone lines, like in the early...
when Scully's at work?
You know, like what episode is it where he gets the message where it's like, Mulder, you're a pig? What episode is that? Do you remember that?
It's the one where he's bouncing the basketball, right?
Oh, I don't know. You need to be more specific than that, I think.
Yeah. There's a few.
Isn't it Endgame when he goes off to think because they're trying to find out where he's at?
Is it? Oh, Little Green Men.
Little Green Men.
Yeah.
When he's gone off to Puerto Rico. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And Scully listens to it. Yeah. And then there's the Marty where she is like, "Hey, Marty, it's been a while since I've talked to you. You can reach me. It's only $9.95 a minute or whatever."
And then, of course, when he goes into the phone booth and just outside of the cinema.
Oh, is that All Souls? That's All Souls, isn't it? Yeah, that one. Yeah. I mean, on the BlackBerry, I can recommend the film from last year about BlackBerry. It was quite interesting, where it talks about how they dominated the market for a little while and then very quickly faded away. I never had a BlackBerry, so I'm not that attached to it, but it's just interesting how...
They made a film about it? Is it a documentary or
No, it's a
drama?
Feature film, yeah.
Huh.
Actually, it then got turned into a 3-part... like it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something, but there's like a new version of it, which is a 3-episode miniseries. It's exactly the same as the film, but they've chopped it up for TV. But just something about how we're now far away enough from stuff like that, the BlackBerry or whatever, that things we remember are now like historic objects. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the Pam and Tommy miniseries was like this. Well, it's about the early days of the internet because their sex tape gets stolen and it goes online, and that all seems like ancient history now, like the way the internet used to work and all that sort of stuff. And at what point did we start, our childhood is now a period drama. It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Well, even more recent than that, Gillian Anderson is playing Emily Maitlis, who's a well-known interviewer on the Prince Andrew.
The Netflix film. Yeah.
Called Scoop, isn't it? So Gillian Anderson as Emily Maitlis, I'm waiting because me and Carl both listen to a podcast that she does. I'm waiting for her to mention that she's on that with Gillian Anderson playing her.
Well, I heard, I don't know if this is apocryphal, but what she said was that somebody asked her what it was like for, what's it like to have Gillian Anderson playing you in a movie? And apparently she said, it's very hormonally complicated for my teenage sons. So, is that how you were?
Dear. I think that Emily Maitlis and Gillian Anderson would get on really well, actually.
Sarah, you wanted to talk about the block of resin, did you say?
Yeah, just that he mentioned that it was so heavy that once they placed it, that was it. They couldn't move it again. Like they had one chance to put it where they needed it, and after that they were done. They couldn't adjust as needed. So it was very important, the placement of that resin, because it was just so big.
Yeah, and this is the thing that's like hanging up in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Did it look very fake to you guys? Like it doesn't look like ice to me. It just looks like a big thing of
it looks like a cocoon
stuff with like it didn't look like ice.
Not really.
Yeah.
There's a woman stood by Mulder And this is a cameo for the makeup artist, apparently, a woman
Yeah.
called Fern Levin.
And the
So, yeah.
hairdresser too, right? Was in there.
They said the hairstylist was somewhere in the background, but I didn't quite spot them. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just do a couple more minutes. Do you want to know some facts about Google, guys? As seen as we're talking
Let's
about
do
Scully
it.
searching on Google and stuff like that. Do you know the original name for Google? What was slated to be the company's name?
No.
No.
And I'm looking at a website called, I don't know, www.cbc.ca. It's some kind of kids news thing. Google's name was originally Backrub.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think that would have caught on in like, I'm just going to backrub some facts about whatever,
That's creepy. Ew. No.
Do you know what the word Google actually, where it originates from? What it's a play on?
No.
Is it a number?
It is mathematically based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Google, so GOOGOL, is the mathematical expression for 1 followed by 100 zeros.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes from. Do you know which actress we can thank for Google Images? Famous actress. Well, singer and actress.
Mariah Carey.
Madonna.
Not Mariah Carey, not Madonna. I'm going to share my screen.
Celine Dion.
Not Celine Dion. Actually, Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Who, in February 2000, she wore
I remember that
revealing-
dress.
Yeah, I remember this dress. It's a revealing jungle print dress by Versace. She wore it to the Grammy Awards, and then it became the most popular search ever.
I've never seen that picture.
Is it still the most popular search ever?
I would doubt that very much,
Right.
but I don't know. But I think up to that point,
Yeah.
yeah.
I Googled it. I remember.
I did not.
Looks good on her, to be fair.
No complaints. No complaints.
None whatsoever. Okay.
I mean, she's still Jenny from the block, but
It's true.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that she's got. Yeah, absolutely. All right. On that note, let's wrap this up right here. So, Sarah, where can people find you online before we go?
Instagram. You can find my links to all my socials and things on my website, sarahlblair.com. So yeah, that's the easiest place to find me.
Great stuff. And Kurt, the baton is being passed on to you.
It
But
is.
do you want to quickly say where people can find you online
Yeah.
before we go?
no problem. Find me on Linktree, linktr.ee/Armuldrake, RMULDRAKE, where you can find all the fantastic things I'm doing.
Great stuff. Cheers, guys. And I think we'll be back together with Tony at the very end of I Want to Believe Minute. I think that's the plan anyway. So that'll be a lot of fun. Kurt, like I said, is hosting the next block of episodes. So hope you all come back and join him for that very soon. But until next time, everybody, always remember, trust no one.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.